Hello, good morning, guys. Today we're gonna check the grammar for first conditional. So, as we have seen before, a conditional sentence has two clauses. The if clause, that in this first conditional must be in present simple. And also it has a main clause, which in this case must be in future will. So now let's check the present sample. This, you must know it already. Okay, but anyways, we're gonna review it. So let's start with the affirmative form of the simple present. The most important thing to remember is the third person singular, because they're kind of special, especially when we're talking about verbs. So in here I'm sharing with you the third person singulars in English, which is he, she, and it. And we are going to pay a lot of attention in verbs, because in simple present we're going to add s at the end. For example, in work we're going to add s, so it's works, right? But not always. Sometimes we have to add es. For example, in verbs ending in o, sh, ch, x, and double s. For example, a verb ending in o is do, which is in does with es at the end. A verb ending in sh is wash, so it's washes. In ch is watch, so it's watches. In x is fix, so it's fixes, and double s is dress, so it's dresses. Now let's check the negative form in simple present. In here we're going to use two auxiliaries. The first one is don't, that we're going to use for I, you, we, and they. Then we have the second auxiliary for negative in simple present, which is doesn't, that we're going to use for he, she, and it. Now let's check the future will. Let's start with the affirmative sentences in future will. We're going to use will for all the persons, okay? I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. Okay, so we're gonna use will for all the persons in English. In order to make a sentence in future will, we're gonna use will plus the base form of a verb. For example, I will play. Okay. Now, let's check the negative in future will. In that case, we're going to use want as a negative form of will. It's a contraction. And then again, it's for all the persons in English. I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. Okay. And the structure of a sentence is the same. Want plus base form of a verb. Okay. I won't play. Now let me share with you some examples. If I study hard, that's the if clause in simple present, I will pass the exam. That's the main clause in future will. Now here we have another example. If it doesn't rain, it's the if clause in simple present negative. If it doesn't rain, they will go to the park. Then we have the main clause in future will in affirmative. Okay guys, I hope you can